What is up, guys? It is your favorite Otaku Lotus here today, and welcome back to the Nerd Corner. And in today's video, we'll be giving you my review and my thoughts on episode 12 of Orange Letter 12. I'm still a little sick because as I have been sick for like the past few days. My nose is a little stuffy, so if I sound a little strange, that's the reason why. This review might get a little bit on the ranty side because there's not a whole lot to talk about, but knowing how much I love to run my mouth, it still might go on for 10 minutes or more. We'll see where it goes. And I'm not really angry or upset with this episode, but I am a little bit salty, and there are some things that I want to complain about. So if you think you might laugh at Lotus losing his shit, then keep listening. So this episode was mainly just recap, right? There were just a lot of throwbacks and flashback scenes, reused clips and animation from the past, 11 episodes. That's mainly what the bulk of this episode was. However, although I did dislike that, and I just felt like they copped out this episode and they were cheap and just, use this thing I'm about to say next as an excuse to do that, we did get some insight into Kakeru, a little bit into his past, and a lot about what he's been thinking and feeling throughout the entirety of this series. It starts off where we see him and his mother. I believe they're on a train or something. Whatever the case may be, whatever their mode of transportation is, they're traveling to Matsumoto, I believe is the name of the city they now live in, after they left Tokyo. And we see a little bit of the interaction between Kakeru and his mother before her passing, some of the things he was thinking throughout different moments, and the text messages exchanged between him and his mother prior to her death. And just more things that he thought about during certain situations, about like when he first met Naho and he was like bandaging her foot or whatever, I believe, because she had blisters in like the first episode because her shoes were too tight, and he was like, she reminds me of myself, maybe that's why I'm so curious about her, and just things like that. Like we get more insight into what he's been thinking and feeling, and I think that's great for his character because he's a very major character in this series. And even though Naho's our main protagonist, and it's obvious that she'd be the main one that we know about, I felt like we haven't gotten to know Kakeru well enough, and that we haven't known enough about what he's been thinking and feeling, because usually the only times we get any insight as to his character, it's when he has these emotional outbursts and he's raging on somebody, which basically my point is we haven't gotten to know Kakeru that well from himself. We haven't gotten a lot of insight. I keep using the word insight, but it's the best word I can think of right now. But yes, we haven't been getting a lot of insight from his perspective, but now we are. And that's great. I felt like that was great for his character. I did like that. But just the fact that they kind of use that as an excuse to rehash the first 11 episodes of this series. And not only that, it makes it so bad because we've only got one more episode after this. I don't know how the hell, actually I think I have a pretty good idea, but last week I didn't know how in the hell they were going to salvage the relationship between Naho and Kakeru without rushing the fuck out of these next two episodes, right? I don't know, man. I don't know. But I got some more complaints. So, I don't know. I do not know what I was expecting for the explanation behind how the letters came from the future to the past or the present. Like, I don't know what I was expecting. I expected something, but I didn't know how they were going to touch on that and explain how, everybody's future self sent their past self a letter from through 10 years. And I'm like, okay, we've only got 2 episodes left, so it's got to get explained sometime soon. If it doesn't, I'll be pretty salty. And we did get the most bullshit explanation for time travel I have ever fucking heard in my life. Oh my god. These niggas, okay, so they're talking about, right, about the black hole from 10 years ago that their teacher talked about in class. Hagita brings up the Bermuda fucking Triangle and says that it's been theorized that there's a black hole there and that, it could possibly lead to time travel. And the gang's like, oh yeah, problem solved, hooray, we just figured out how to go to the past. And I'm like, no, that's not how the fuck this works. For one, you niggas are in Japan. How the hell are you gonna get to the fucking Bermuda Triangle? No. And then I'm thinking to myself, like, okay, even if you do get to the fucking Bermuda Triangle and it does somehow allow you to travel through time, how do you choose where to go? You're never going to be able to come back through the black hole. I got all these thoughts going through my head, and then even Hagita brings it up. He's like, yeah, but if you go in the black hole, you can never come back out. That is assuming there even is a black hole at the Bermuda Triangle, and assuming these niggas can even figure out how the hell they're gonna get to the Bermuda Triangle. And then Naho just pops in all bubbly and sparkly like, hey, let's just send letters. And they're like, hooray, Naho, you're a genius. And Hagita's like, how are you gonna figure out where the letters are gonna go, or when they're gonna go? What if it goes to the future? And then even if it does go to the past, how How are they gonna end up to our past selves? And they're just like, and then Hagita sarcastic, like very sarcastically says, are you just gonna say, please send this to 10 years in the future and send it to these people at these addresses? And everyone's like, yeah, that'll work. And I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Like, I hit the ultimate facepalm. And I'm like, dog, that's not how fucking time travel works. That's not how black holes work. Maybe it is, I don't know. Black holes are still just a theory thing. It hasn't been proven or disproven as to how that works, but I'm like 99.99999% sure that's not how a black hole works, dog. Oh my god. I don't even really... This series is testing my patience. It's really testing my patience, man. Oh my god. Something else that's interesting though is that we see how Kakeru died, the first time, because if you remember, it was the day after Valentine's Day. He rode his bike off into the night and he got hit by a truck, right? I believe that's how he died the first time. He didn't get the chocolates from Naho that she said she was going to give to a guy that she liked, and then after that sent him over the edge. Bye bye Kakeru. Okay, but it turns out, I don't know if that was really what set him over the edge and made him want to die, because we see, in like one of these flashback clips, parallel universe, insight things. He found his mother's cell phone. He goes through it. He sees that she did read, the savage message he sent her talking about, you're a pain, you're not a child, you can do this by yourself, I'm not coming with you to the hospital, yada yada. But then he goes to his mother's drafts in her phone and he finds this really heartwarming, touching message that shows that his mother was actually, trying to be the best mother she could be and look out for Kakeru the best way she thought possible, because she divorced his father even though Kakeru loved him, because his father was abusive and apparently she didn't want to see Kakeru being hurt by him anymore, so that's why she left his dad. She moved to a different city because she knew Kakeru was getting picked on in the soccer club by older guys and she didn't want to see him, getting hurt anymore, so that's why she changed schools, and that's why she made him promise that he wouldn't join any more clubs because she didn't want to see him get bullied anymore. And I'm like, that's a really ass-backwards way of looking out for somebody. It's selfishly unselfish, the same way Naho was in the last episode when she was trying to look out for Kakeru, but she still managed to piss him off. I'm like, I don't know what's up with you women in this series that are trying to help Kakeru but somehow managed to hurt him. I don't know what's up with that, but it's crazy. But anyway, so upon reading this message, right, he starts to tear up. Kakeru's like looking at his mother's final words that he never got to see until now, and the feels hit him like a truck. And then he rides his bike off into the night and really gets hit by a truck. And that's apparently how he originally died. But this time Naho's determined to correct that. She's determined not to let that happen. So I believe her brilliant idea this time around is to just give Kakeru the chocolates. And I gotta say right now, fam, like, if that's the big fucking final resolution to this series, like if that's how everything ends happily ever after, she gives him the chocolates and that stops him from killing himself and that fixes everything. Fuck this show, man. Fuck this series. Like, I'll be hella salty. Like, I will hate this show forever if that's how everything is resolved happily ever after. Because me personally, I didn't think that the relationship between Naho and Kakeru was salvageable in 2 more episodes. Well, now it's just 1 episode. With the amount of lows that they have hit, with how bad like their relationship got wrecked in the last episode, unless they rushed the hell out of it, I didn't see any way that they could redeem it in these next 2 episodes. In this episode, they didn't do anything at all to redeem it. In fact, Kakeru was straight giving Naho that cold shoulder. I'm talking about neck on froze, stiff arm, out my face, swerve, curve. And so, if next week they fix everything by her just giving him some chocolate, I'm gonna be pissed. Truth be told, I was under the impression that Kakeru was gonna die. That's how this series was gonna end. Kakeru was going to die. Everyone in the gang was gonna, realize that they failed. They're gonna learn this huge life lesson, etc., etc. That's kind of how I wanted it to end at this point. Cause I'm like, there's no way. Like, you guys have done poorly at every single given opportunity. Well, everyone else has done decent, especially Suwa. Suwa's a god. Like, I don't even. If you've been watching, you already know. I think very highly of Suwa, and as I should, as you all should. Suwa is a saint. But Naho, at every single opportunity, she has screwed up and just made things worse and worse every single time. So it's like, I don't see how she can fix anything, especially in 1 more episode. In 1 episode, nah, I don't see it happening. And if everything ends happily ever after because she gives this man a box of fucking chocolate, I'm a rage. Oh god, I'm a rage. But yeah, that's it. That's how I feel. That's how I really feel. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Hit this video with a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you haven't already, so you guys can stay tuned for all the awesome content I'm bringing you. And with all that being said, that's pretty much all I have for today, so I will catch you guys next time. Later.